Begin. Hello, everybody. So this is me, John Banda, and my homie over here.
That's nice.
Homie, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So basically, this is the Banda Ngundu podcast. Pretty generic, but I'm pretty sure you get used to it. So we're gonna be talking about.
It's going to change soon. It's going to change soon.
Yeah, of course. You know, the audience, or rather the listener, will determine our final title. It's going to be similar to the Sonic movie visual effects. Yeah, we hate Monster Sonic getting the Sonic we actually deserve. But yeah, so basically going to be talking about...
It was actually set up, man.
Yeah, so basically going to be talking about manga stuff and any random stuff that comes to mind. But yeah, so yeah, I'm John and this is Yasha, and we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia, which I'm currently not up to date with, but I will just let Yasha lead the convo because I'm still playing catch up on the 220s. So how have you been finding, what's his name, Mr. Midoriya Avatar State? You know, they're copying Avatar.
Oh, well, the thing is that the story is My Hero Academia. It's a good story, but then, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I think it's a kind of manga that is overhyped or is a bit overrated. Not saying that it's not good, but then, you know, during the time there was like, when it started coming out, there was like Boku no Hero, Black Clover, and Demon Slayer. Those were like the big three. I personally think
those are the big three.
Those, I think, at the time.
Okay, you're saying big three minus One Piece, right?
Minus One Piece, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure apart from that, we had I'm forgetting that sports anime, sports manga. What's it called? The one about volleyball.
Oh, I forget his name. That one was also quite popular, but then, yeah. But that's just my own opinion on Boku no Hero. I love the story. Don't get me wrong. I am a Boku no Hero fan, and so far, I don't know. Should I talk about the latest chapter or should I just?
You know me. I don't actually care about spoilers, so you can just, you know.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I think fine. I'll just mellow it in from where you're reading, because, you know, as I think I haven't actually watched the latest anime season. I think
didn't season 4 cover the overhaul arc?
Oh yes, it did, which is kind of surprising. I expected it not. I didn't expect the whole arc to be covered by season.
Actually, so for me, so far, like, I haven't caught up, but my favorite arc so far is the overhaul arc for me.
But that was a good arc. Even this, I'm not, because it's been a while. I would have to refresh, but I thought the new arc that came after the overall arc was the villain revolution kind of arc, with like the way it started becoming like political and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's where I am currently. But yeah.
Because it kind of morphs into the League of Villains finding their true identity and stuff like that. But one thing which I do appreciate with My Hero Academia is you now get, like, you know, the heroes are the ones that usually have the backstories, but now we're now seeing why the villains are villains, you know. And then they are the villains that, you know, that we begin to like twice, and or I just like twice. He's a funny character, and I think that he's a great, you know, thing he supports. But spoiler alert, yeah, the nigga dead. He dead.
Oh,
I think he's dead. No, with My Hero, I'm not really so sure if people die or people don't die. It's just one of those.
Like they have got a high, their mortality rate is low, so they don't die. They're like One Piece characters. Like they don't die, they just come back. Because for old, being embarrassed is worse than dying.
Like I actually noticed one thing. Like with shonen characters, like they really actually don't die. Like for example, Naruto. Kishimoto really loves his characters because if you really think about it, no major characters actually died besides names.
Yeah.
You could have died, but then he very much protects his character. Same with the Boku no Hero. It's he protects his character, but then I think twice is dead, and But now with the way the chapter is going, it's now taking a more darker tone, like a more serious kind of tone.
I guess they're learning from Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer people were dying like flies. I mean,
that one, people were dying like flies.
Yeah, like
with no progression, where things are now becoming serious, and I've just discovered something amazing. Like I think during the chapters where people used to have conspiracy theories that Deku's doctor was some evil mad scientist, and they proved it to be true, and then now we find out what his quirk is, and that he's got like a copying quirk.
Oh yeah.
And that because first of all was he copied All For One's quirk and gave it to All For One. Like is it All For One? That guy. Is that his name? All For One.
It always confuses me because I know it's all for one, then one for all. One for all should be the ability for that All Might uses. Like one for all, like isn't sharing for all. Then all for one, like just for one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, All For One. Yeah. That's the one. We actually find out that All For One is like the one that when All Might fought All For One that time. He was actually using his quirk, but then it wasn't his original quirk. It was actually a copied quirk. So the original quirk is actually with Shigeru.
Okay. Is that the disintegration?
Yeah, the disintegration. On top of having his disintegration quirk, he now has All For One with all his quirk. Plus, he also awakened the awakened all his powers. So Shigeru is actually quite overpowered. Like he is really overpowered. Which people actually worried that Deku was kind of overpowered because with his quirks, like his quirks kind of
with his avatar state, and him going to inherit all the other abilities. But I guess that was necessary because you don't wanna get an ass pull like towards the end, so you kind of give like the audience.
But then it made sense because it even did say that like it was kind of hinted in the very first chapters and the very first episodes of the anime that that his power is like a stockpile quirk and it passes on. It only kind of made sense that that he has a lot of other powers.
Yeah.
And All Might was just one of the the best of them. But then it's kind of got a disadvantage in the sense that his Deku is the last one and it's kind of maxed out. So that means the two other All Might and Deku didn't really contribute much to the one for all, because they were quirkless.
Oh, because they were quirkless. Yeah.
I guess that's what I think. That's just my theory. Another theory that goes around is people think that what do you call it? All Might actually has a quirk which is like the masterly form or something like that. He thinks that that's a quirk besides is.
So basically that wet dream of Deku getting bulging muscles is not gonna happen.
I don't really think. Maybe it might happen, but then
because that was the fantasy that when he reaches 100%, he's gonna bulk up and you're gonna see this sexy nerd boy with green hair.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But then, another good thing about My Hero Academia, which I'm seeing, is the story with Endeavor and his and his
son. Yeah. I did find I did find that narrative quite interesting because this is gonna get a bit racial, but how there's some African bodies who are decent, but most African bodies are fuckers. So how it is when you got like those disappointing dads who who just mess up and beat their wives, then now they want to turn over a new leaf and like, yeah, son, I'm gonna be a good guy now. I used to abuse your mom and and force you to get really good, and your older brother like didn't want to use his powers even though it was Mao, that kind of thing. So it was a kind of like a domestic violence, home issues, stuff that I usually find insane in manga, not in shonen manga. Because it's like, oh, so he's a hero. I mean, like, you can have someone who's abusive who contributes like positively to society. Just because like you're a terrible father doesn't mean that you're terrible at your job. So it was an interesting angle.
That is an interesting angle. I think that he actually developed most as a character, because I think him just suddenly becoming the number one hero, he actually had become the symbol of peace and justice that All Might was, because All Might kind of set like a standard, and people were looked at him as he's powerful and all, but then he kind of has a bad attitude. But now he kind of has to become the symbol of peace, because things shit is getting real, and then instead of having a symbol of fear like Batman, he wanted to be like the symbol of justice. But I believe that Deva's going to die soon. Like, I just have a feeling.
No, you think?
And the way the villains are just super strong, I'm just like, dude, I only like Timber with All Might and Endeavor. I don't even know who the number 3 hero is, but I don't really Timber with him. Like, I don't really think that he can match the mantle.
Yeah, because like Auntie, like, what's the name? Like, Auntie encountered the Nomu and got his ass kicked.
Oh yeah, wait, Endeavor got his ass kicked? I thought he put the Nomu.
Okay, he won, but it was like there's a clear win, and there's like dude, like literally.
Yeah, but then again, think about it, because these are actually new kinds of Nomos. So think about when All Might fought the Nomu that time. He actually had a hard time, kind of,
Yeah, but that was All Might at his weakest, because like Auntie had already transferred like his power to Deku. So this is like All Might at his weakest. It's not like.
Yeah, but remember, these Nomus are actually stronger than the one that All Might actually fought. It's actually they're on a way different level. So I do get your point that Endeavor, you're kind of looking at him as like, so that was like a technical win, but then I kind of feel.
I do feel like after a while,
as a hero.
I do feel like after like I don't know how like Horikoshi is gonna write like towards the end, but I do feel like after a while we're gonna get like a Dragon Ball Z kind of thing, because like for the most part, because Deku doesn't know how to use his powers properly, he has been inefficient in terms of like maximizing ultimate damage. If he just knew how to use his powers properly, then pretty much be a Dragon Ball Z character, and a lot of these battles would have ended a long time ago.
No, that's true. But that's the whole point of it. Like he has to learn and stuff like that. I feel like this thing is going to take a Naruto way. We're going to have Deku as a kid, and then we're going to have like popular hero Shippuden, who is like an adult or something like that, because
so they're gonna do a time skip.
I don't know how. Yeah, I'm possibly thinking there will be a time skip, because just thinking about this, all this stuff is still happening in the space of 1 year. They're still first year students. So yeah, they still have a long way to go.
Do you think they're gonna do
also like?
Yeah,
going to do it?
Yeah, just go on.
No. Like, do you think they're going to do it?
Okay, so I was saying, do you think they're gonna do that? Okay, I know that a few shonens haven't fallen into that trap where you have like the Ichigo effect, where you have, because like the Shinigami, like most of those guys, the 13 Gotei, like they were alive for like how many years? Like wasn't Matsumoto like 1,000 years? And you have like someone like Ichigo. Like I know Matsumoto was killed by Joe Abachi in the fight, but as in you have someone like Ichigo level up in a short space of time. He hasn't been alive for like a long time. is now at the level of these old geezers, and you're like, wait, how? I'm hoping they won't. I get it. Like Deku's got an advantage because he's inherited like power, but it'd be funny. Like after a few years, then now he's like the goat. The goat of My Hero Academia.
Well, I guess no. It kind of makes sense if they become like that, because if you really think about it, this class, like that class is kind of they've got the most fighting experience out of all the hero students in their stream, because they've been in the thick of many of these things. So then that kind of gives them a slight edge over other people.
And also,
and they've even fought at certain levels of these people. So them doing that actually makes more sense, because these experiences are actually helping them grow.
Yeah, and I guess also because of blood ties, because Endeavor's son, Todoroki, right? That's how you say his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has his mother's ice powers and father's fire. And okay, from what I've read, I remember like he was supposed to learn a new technique from his father to become like a beast or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, Todoroki is actually a hybrid person, so it makes sense. Bakugo, to be honest, that's one character which I really can't get behind. Like, I don't know, he doesn't he seems like, although the good thing about Bakugo is like he's kind of like Deku in the sense that he can analyze and counter attack. He's just as analytical as Deku. But then, he's just got that attitude that, it kind of pisses me off.
Okay, so it's like a defected version of Vegeta, like pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Because like with Vegeta,
I think. Yeah.
No, because like with Vegeta was arrogant, but I felt like it was a bit justified. Then later on, he matures. Of course, this is still starting. I don't know, because the roles have been reversed. Because in this case, our Goku, I can't really say Midoriya is Goku, because Midoriya is a bit of a beta male in terms of the way he behaves. To be quite honest. So yeah, how I don't know. I'm thinking, do you know that character from The Breaker?
Which one?
That man, The Breaker.
I know it.
Oh yeah, okay. I think Midoriya is more like that guy.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, because like with Goku is a Chad. I mean, like he's nice, but he's a Chad. He's more like, hey, I'm not like a Vegeta asshole, but hey, I'm a Chad. I like doing, like, he's a manly man. Midoriya is more like a beta guy who got like, someone feels sorry for him.
Because the thing is with Goku, you can say he's a Chad because I don't know how many times he's jumped his kid.
Yeah,
and he's kind of a bit of an asshole if you really think about it.
Yeah, he is, but like he's not like arrogant. Like he's just eager to fight and to improve. Like, anyways, we're now digressing. We're talking about DBZ instead of talking about MHA. Okay, so Bakugo.
Yeah, like I really don't like it. Like,
yeah, I also don't like.
I think in the whole class A, I think the only people that I like is Deku and Todoroki. And the frog chick, I think she's useless, to be honest. Like,
oh, you think she's useless?
These most of these guys are kind of useless. Their quirks are kind of silly. I don't know.
Like when it comes to, isn't like the quirks have got like the I wouldn't call it the Yamcha effect. More like they've got the what's the name? Goku's friend.
Hello?
Yeah, the Krillin effect, where like they're useful for certain specific tasks, but once we now dealing with world-ending villains.
Yeah, you see, you can't really say that these guys are hate attackers unless the guy who turns hard.
Yeah.
The guy with the red hair, he's good.
Oh yeah,
The electric
he's
guy,
pretty cool.
Quick is
Like
good.
I remember, like was it the overhaul arc? Was that dude who was strong?
Oh yeah, he was like the MVP of the overall. Yeah, I think he was one of the MVPs of the overall arc. Like he really, pushed.
But Anti he got wrecked like in that fight. He got an assist from Fat Gum, but the red guy got wrecked. Pretty much.
But he actually won at the end. He won at the end when he took his hardness to the next limit.
Yeah,
he started growing like spikes and shit like that.
I think Fat Gum was like one of the most innovative like characters that I encountered like throughout reading. Yeah. Like he's like.
Oh yeah, I like.
Yeah, then he absorbs all like your blows, then he condenses it into like his tiny form, and he then just, brilliant.
Yeah, Fat Gum is actually I can say it's a reliable hero.
Yeah.
Mount Lady, Mount Lady is kind of useless. Like she's big and all, but then
yeah.
I think maybe it's because she lacks the destructiveness.
Yeah.
If she was a villain, she'd be quite, a handful, but then the attitude and her powers kind of really don't go hand in hand.
What do you think of Uraraka?
What do you think of?
Uraraka, like the gravity girl.
I can just say that she's only cute, but then I don't know. I saw someone that you can timber with.
Okay, and our boy, Mr. What's the name? The Birdman. I'm forgetting his name. I'll apologize to whoever. I barely remember some of these names. Like, unless if they have made an impression, they will literally be forgotten.
I just know he's the one with the dark shadow. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Let
me just Google it. Bird.
Okay.
Man,
like Dark Shadow.
Dark Shadow, yeah.
Like Dark Shadow. Yeah.
His name is Fumikage Tokuyami, the human bird.
Yeah, Tokuyami.
Yeah,
Tokuyami. He's okay. I have no beef with him, but then
again, it's more effective because like anti powers work better at night.
Oh yeah.
And
he's like what I'll say that I'll put him in the wild card 6 and like he's got his uses, but then he's more useful when it's nighttime combat rather than daytime combat.
Yeah. It's funny we're talking about this. It kind of reminds me, how like there's that meme where like if let's say you're a comic book creator or an artist, if you come up with a character and some dude comes to you and goes like, hey, but can he beat Goku? Can he beat Goku? Huh? Can he beat Goku? You're like like, yeah.
Those arguments of like, can you beat Goku? Can you do this thing? I think that every person has its own, because Goku's not even unstoppable. Which Saitama against Goku, I think Saitama will pick as that.
You think Saitama would win?
Yeah, because the thing is, we haven't actually seen Saitama's full power before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it seems like every villain or beast he faces just gets wrecked. Like, literally.
You see?
Like,
another thing about... But then I want to say another thing about Goku is I don't think that Goku actually fights at 100% all the time. I think he's only fought, this is my opinion, but I think he was only fought 100% like once, or I mean twice, against Frieza and against Vegeta. I don't think he was.
So you think when you went Ultra Instinct with Jiren, he didn't go on?
No, that was him going. That was him going 100%. But Goku is known for fooling around. Like with Cell, I believe Goku could have taken down Cell.
I don't think so at all.
I think he could because people he had that what do you call it? He could have used although it was a cannon back then, but then now canon, now what you call it, Super Saiyan, Kaioken. He could have done that.
Yeah, I guess, but nah, I didn't know. I think it'd still get wrecked.
Nah, I think he wasn't trying hard enough. He was just trying.
He's just trying to be an irresponsible father and have his children do the work.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to fight just to see if going to see any openings and stuff like that. But then again, we digress. I think another big issue in the anime community that was happening was the end of Demon Slayer. That anime, that manga series was kind of good. Like I actually enjoyed Demon Slayer as a whole manga. Like it's nice, quick, easy to read, and it's just straight to the point.
Yeah, it is. I think
manga that you don't get.
Yeah, I think like the lady, the author of Demon Slayer, like she managed to distill like the aspects of shonen, and she didn't waste time. Because like, even when I was watching the anime and I was reading the manga, you can tell that she has read shonen manga, and she didn't waste time with that filler stuff that you get in shonen. She didn't do any of it, like straight to the point. And yeah, I think that's why it was a polished modern shonen manga, in my opinion.
Oh yes, that was actually quite a good thing. Like the fact that it's well polished, and it has the most manga sold so far in Japan, sold the most volumes.
Yeah, so I think it deserves. I enjoy it because, like, first of all, there wasn't like a lot of plot armor. The characters actually die, and it was quite violent and dark, as comparatively to like other shonens. I was like, wow, things are real in this thing. We're not joking. Like, it was, yeah.
But then I really didn't like the fact that a whole lot of people just died. Like, but it kind of makes sense because it kind of shows that this was a battle that went on. And
yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Remember in Naruto, like the Ninja War, how gay that war was, the Ninja War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, that was like one of the worst depicted wars I've ever like experienced. Like I mean, like especially.
Yeah, you see, like I told you, Kishimoto really doesn't like killing people off with these things. He's the worst version. He's like a worse version of Toriyama. At least Toriyama's excuse, he can just wish them back. Like with him, it's like they just don't die. He just doesn't want to kill them off.
Yeah. So with that happening, there are no stakes, and you kind of don't care because, like, I mean, it was a ninja war. I was expecting like things to get real.
Which I do like about Demon Slayer is that how they show emotion and how the characters develop in terms of like each person has its own unique kind of backstory, and I kind of like an allegory of how in Demon Slayer, like teachers from hell, but then they're like people's inner darkest desires, or the darkest aspects of humanity. That's what changes someone into a demon. Because most of these demons, including the upper moons and the lower moons, were good people, kind of.
Yeah.
Or something bad happened to them.
Okay, so quick question: like, who like of all the Hashira, who was like your top 2 or top 3?
I think I like the was good. I forget his name.
Tomioka Gyu.
Yeah. I like the fire one. When his death came, I was kind of shocked. I was just like, dude, what the fuck happened?
But you have to give what's his name. I think he was killed by Upper Moon 3, right?
Yeah.
Upper Moon 3 was a beast. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
beast. It was dangerous.
I kind of get her, like but dude, yeah. But
Yeah,
powerful.
to be honest, I don't think Rengoku, because like towards the end, like how many? I'm forgetting, but like I'm pretty sure like there were multiple assists just to face that guy. Like all of the guys like required multiple assists just to win.
Oh yeah, because they did say that to defeat one upper moon it would take about 3 Hashira, and most likely 2 of them would die if they were to to gang up on these people.
Yeah. I think for me the best upper moon. Like I know the second one got poisoned and we didn't get to experience much of him, which sucks. It wasn't even that dude, the one who likes to eat women.
Oh, that guy! That guy. He was powerful, but then he was a jackass. That guy was just a purely jackass. I think out of all the people who became demons, I think he was just the only person who was just a born psycho. Like he was just a person who was just meant to be a demon. Like everyone had like a sort of cute backstory, but then he was just a psychopath through and through.
Yeah, he was. Then there was that whack upper moon. What's his name? What's his name? I'm forgetting. Yeah, there's Tanjiro. Then there's the other guy, the yellow guy. I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, Zenitsu.
Yeah, Zenitsu's rival. They had the same master.
Oh, that! Oh, I think that was one of the best parts that I actually read when Zenitsu kind of
I think the name of the villain was Kaigaku. Who, like he turned demon, then Zenitsu's master killed himself.
Oh yes, I think when Zenitsu snapped and said that dude, you killed our master and stuff like that. Then when they fought and then Zenitsu created his own unique form to defeat him. I think that was kind of like a good arc for Zenitsu, like a good character arc for him to develop and stuff like that. Although that's another guy who's actually a dick as well. Like that guy, what was his name?
Kaigaku.
Yeah, Kaigaku person. He was the same person who betrayed the blind guy's trust when before he became a Hashira.
Yeah.
By allowing the demon to come inside, then he's that guy is just a bastard. Like I think those are the top 3 people who are just like purely evil. Him, the second moon, and Mozen, Michael Jackson.
Oh, Muzan, yeah. But what's his name? I think the second Doma. Yeah, I think that was his name. The one who killed what's his name? The butterfly Ashira.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Doma. That was his name. Then my favorite one was Yoshio. That's Yorichi's brother, Kushibo.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that dude was. I think that was the best fight in the manga. Like, period. Like, what came after?
Oh, the guy who the one who used to keep eating demon power just to.
No, like the one like Yorichi's brother. And like the one who came up with the fire style.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, like and he was like I liked his arc. Like he was envious of his older brother. No, younger brother. He was the older one, right?
Yeah, he was the older one. He was envious of his younger brother.
Yeah, then because like he could see like the invisible stuff. You could see like I'm forgetting the assets, but basically you could see through like aspects and organs, and I like the fact like when he bumped into Muzan like the first time, like I think he divided himself into 300 certain like something parts, and like over 200 were slashed. I was like, hey, this guy, his feet.
Dude, that guy was like. When I was reading this thing, I actually thought that he was related to the main Tanjiro, the main character.
Yeah, because like they kind of look alike. Oh, like the earrings and stuff.
Yeah, but then you find out no, that guy he taught Tanjiro's descent
ancestors. How
to do the things. So it's like they are related, but not that related.
Yeah. But I think when Kushibo's fight gets animated, I can't wait to watch that. Because
that one would be really dope. Or for me, I'm waiting for the Zenitsu fight with his rival.
Oh, this
That one,
right.
I just like Zenitsu for some reason. He's just one of those characters that you be like, yeah, this guy is,
I mean, yeah, he has his quirks, although he still ended up losing out to. I don't think. Wait, I read rumors that the other Hashira ended up being shipped with Nezuko. So
I doubt.
oh, people are just because like apparently like when she got her head patted, like she did that whole like I'm in love thing or like wow.
Nah, I think it's just what do you call it? It's just rumors, because if you really look at the end of the chapter, the Zenitsu looking person is
it was with the of the Nezuko looking girl.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, because it'll be weird. Because like, what's her name? Like, didn't the wind Hashira like stab her? And it'll be weird. It'll be like Stockholm syndrome. Like, yeah, I fall in love.
Exactly. Right.
It's like, what are we trying to teach women? She made people abuse you.
But to be honest, like, what do you call it?
Yeah.
What do you call it? That's what do you call it? I thought that the butterfly girl, like the butterfly Hashira's what did decide was going to go with the ball person. What's it, Inosuke?
Really?
Yeah, because remember in the manga they had that awesome moment where they wanted to kill that jumbo person because they both killed their
Yeah, but didn't but I'm pretty sure that Tanjiro connected with them more because and she was like very silent and she didn't like talking.
Oh yeah. Because my bro keeps saying that, what they call it, in terms of shonen characters, Tanjiro is the one with the most swag. Because remember the time before he left, where he made all the kids wait for him, like that's what he says. Because he says that the time when he talked to that other chick, who says that I know you can't fight, but I'm carry your feelings with me, blah 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 blah. Another chick was blushing. Then with that other quiet mute chick, she got her to talk. So Tanjiro is kind of a bit of a stud if you think about it.
I mean, like he's more like a decent human being compared to, because like he's still a Chad. He's not like Midoriya. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna bring him up. Midoriya's a beta male. Yeah, he's not like Midoriya. Like he's like I guess person who's more concerned about being responsible. I'm pretty sure he has needs, but he's more like, let me be a responsible adult before I start thinking about boobs and ass and stuff like that.
That goes to another point. People usually the Demon Slayer chick is kind of anonymous with her identity. She doesn't really want people to know her identity.
Oh, like she's similar to the artist for The Promised Neverland.
Oh yeah.
Although I have seen.
But the thing is with her, the thing that you can tell that this is a chick is the characters are kind of like flat. There are very few mature women in this.
Well, very sexualized. But okay, okay, this is gonna sound funny, but I actually thought it was written by a dude initially. Not because of course the characters weren't really sexualized. I mean, the love Hashira, like yeah, she has a nice body, but that was never really a main focus. But for me, I thought it was written by a dude because, like, if you notice, like this story, even though it was written by a woman, it's got a lot of testosterone. Like, if you notice, it feels manly.
I've noticed that the thing that gave it away is the feelings. How the guy's always talking about it kind of has that kind of when I was reading it kind of reminded me of Full Metal Alchemist, the brotherly bond kind of thing.
You're saying that in real life bros don't have such sensitive feelings?
I have brothers and I don't see none of that bullshit with us.
Yeah, I know. Like it's the same with me. Yeah, I think that happened when I was younger, but now that I'm older, bro, none of that happens. Bro. Everyone's too real. It's like the world, like 2020.
You see, you
Corona,
see.
we've got Hornets, we've got 5G.
What what are hornets doing around?
I have no idea, but you hear weird stories. You got Ebola coming back. Like everything's coming back, bro. It's 2020. It's like the gathering of the monsters.
2020 is going to end in a really weird thingy, but let's just hope that it doesn't mess up. And then what do you think of that? That story that happened in America,
Which one?
the shooting of George Floyd.
You mean the choking? No, not shooting.
Yeah. The choking. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, because like the police officer had his knee on his neck, and the dude was saying that I can't breathe, and after a while he then died from asphyxiation. Well, it's I guess it's sad that he had to die for this outrage to actually occur. But it's one of those where like this oppression has been happening, and yeah, like think about it. Like okay, have you been to the States?
No.
No, okay. I've heard stories that like people who do go there, like if you're black and you just try walking, just walking the street, like by yourself, and a police officer shows up. Like you know how like in Zim, okay, Zim we have our own issues. We've got our own police who who do things to us. But weird when now it's someone of a different race. Someone who's white. Now you have to experience racism. You go from your country where it was black on black, but now it's like, a white person. Why? Why do I have to experience this?
That is true. But then on the flip side, I would just want to say that it's not really. I think it's most probably because what do you call it? Black people are known for their violent tendencies, and
criminal activity.
The few gangbangers that are out there give a bad rep to all other black people out there. So the cops kind of have this notion that every nigger is a bad nigger. But then, which is kind of wrong. I think that kind of has to change, where they have to, look at them in white people's eyes and make judgment calls, because, you would, be if you do make a mistake, an innocent black guy could actually, be harassed, or in fact could even die. They should and the black community should also fix their problem with gangbangers, like.
Yeah. Do you know this movie called The Hate You Give?
The what?
The Hate You Give.
No.
It's got that chick, the fresh chick from South Africa, Amandla Stenberg. I don't know if you know her, but she's like a yellow bone from. I think she was in the Hunger Games, and she was in this other movie where she played like some sick girl who can't leave the house. But again, anyway, so basically this movie, so it's kind of like a romance movie, but then it gets into like police brutality and like cops like racial profiling, and it kind of gets into why like police officers like target black people. And hey, Brian, it's some you will feel triggered when you watch it.
Nah, I would have to watch it. I would have to watch it and download it.
You have to check it out. Like, because it seems pretty serious. Like for me, I don't know. I mean, we deal with our own problems like the economy and Zim and other issues, but I don't know. Personally, having to deal with someone of a different race, being racist towards me, like, yeah, man, that could affect you psychologically.
Yeah, that's true. But then, what I didn't get was the Zimbabweans who went, "Oh, Black Lives Matter," blah 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 blah, showing solidarity, being, showing their support and stuff like. Not to say not to show your support, but come on, we've got bigger problems here than to be protesting.
I mean, just look at the rate, and at that, man.
That is messed up.
Yeah.
So, is it a wrap?
Yeah, I guess we could close it. Like, yeah, we could end it here. Maybe we just.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, you're saying we don't want to get too economical right now. It's too early for this. For that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Before we end, I guess we could just recommend things that we enjoyed throughout the week. Any show?
Okay.
Please.
Well, okay. I've been watching a lot of stuff, and I think one of the things that I would recommend reading material-wise would be Paradox by Tia Zombie. You can catch it on Tapas.
Fantastic.
It's a really good story. Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. You've been reading zombies. Yeah, he's into the thriller stuff.
Yeah, like I read it, and it's it's not like something that's like groundbreaking and the next big thing. It's a very well structured story, which I really enjoy the story, because I'm a fan of psychological cop kind of thing. So it's kind of my alley. So I'm enjoying reading the story.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do agree. Like, okay, as far as readability, I mean, like certain aspects of his art, like there's like sometimes are really good and sometimes a bit rough, but in terms of like ease of being able to follow what's going on and like enjoying the dark story, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. For anime recommendations, I would I've been watching a lot of isekai, so
you've been consuming that degenerate stuff.
Dude, isekai is not that bad. Like I've got a theory that we might discuss next time.
Hey man, I won't shame you for taking garbage food. It's okay, man.
No, you don't want to talk with you lolly or sis, man.
What? Is this how you're going to react? I call stuff pizza and you call me a lolly. Why?
You see, let's just leave it up to that, okay? Let's just leave it, okay?
Cool. What pizza isekai have you been watching?
Well, I've just been watching all of them. These, like
Okay, just mention one. One that reaches the top of your list.
Shield Hero.
Oh, that one. Oh, well, that one's good.
Then there's what do you call it? The hero is overly powered but overly cautious. Surprisingly, that one is actually good.
Yeah, I know that one, but I think I read that towards the end it kind of gets like it changes from its typical tone.
Yeah, it kind of really gets dark. Like towards the end, it's like really gets dark, and that it was actually surprisingly quite good. What else have I been watching which I can recommend to people?
Cool.
There's not anything new. I would recommend Plunderer. It's a good anime and a good manga to read.
Okay. All right. Well, as for me, I was checking out. So I've been watching the Star Wars gallery behind the scenes for The Mandalorian, and yeah, it's been fun. Especially what's his name, Dave Filoni. I hope I'm correct. That's his name. But
yeah, that's his name, Dave Filoni.
Yeah, Dave Filoni. Like, okay, his episode of The Mandalorian wasn't the best. I think it was one of the weaker ones. But apart from that, like as a showrunner, like if you watch, I think it was episode 2, when he talks about like the meaning of Star Wars, etc. Yeah, man, I was like, this guy really loves Star Wars. Like he's captured the essence of what made the first 3 movies really good. So if you
I don't get one thing in Mandalorian though.
Oh, what?
Like, how come they kind of recon the fact that Boba Fett? They say that he was not a Mandalorian. Him and Jango Fett.
That I'm not sure. I have to double check on that.
Oh, it's not like they explicitly say that, but they kind of hint it, which is it got me triggered.
Oh, it just got you triggered that he has been Oh wait, I heard he's coming back in the second season.
Who, Bobo?
Yeah. The guy who
That's awesome.
Yeah, like the Boba Fett, like the actual guy who acted as him in the, what's it called? Wait, Jango Fett was the one who got killed, right? In the prequels.
Yeah, he was killed. Django was the one who was killed by, what do you call it? By Mace Windu.
Yeah, and Jango Fett was he the son of Boba Fett?
No, he was the father. He was the one that all the clones are modeled after.
No, but I mean like Boba Fett came before Jango Fett, right?
No, it was Django then Boba.
Oh, now I'm confused. Oh, I guess I need to brush up on my lore. But yeah, just Star Wars gallery. You should check it out if you're into Star Wars and that movie stuff. It's pretty interesting. Like, it's nice to see that these people work on these movies are human beings. Especially Taika Waititi. He's a funny guy. I also checked out like his movie What We Do in the Shadows. Like that was also pretty good.
Yeah,
I would recommend if you're into like irreverent humor in I guess films, and yeah, you should give that a shot. Anyways, I think I exhausted what I had to say. I have like a video, like more like a short film that I need to color grade and submit before I sleep. So I guess we can call this a wrap.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I guess this is it. This is the Banda and Ngundu podcast.
Or the Ngundu and Banda podcast.
Oh, B is the second letter in the alphabet. Yours is really far away, my guy.
You have to pull that. Of all the cards you want to pull that card.
Yeah, man. Alphabetical. All right, cool, man. So yeah, let me.
Peace out to all our potential listeners or whoever's going to be listening to this thing.
Yeah, for our potential listeners, just know that we'll be doing this on a regular every Saturday evening. We'll be. I think we'll come up with a schedule. Yeah, we recorded on Saturday. Sorry, not Saturday, Sunday evening, because we recorded this on Sunday, and I think we'll have like a specific date where we'll be posting like the recording.
Oh, yeah.
And if we have to edit out anything that could be contentious.
Yeah, I think we'll. Yeah.
Yeah, especially this political stuff. You never know, man.
That's true. We don't be abducted from our homes and beaten with an inch of our lives.
Yeah, it's like, it's the Rona that did it. Why is this a new symptom? Holy shit. All right, cool, man. So, peace.